Well, hello. Let's try to do some art with this dollar store multicolor crayon. So the thing is, when you try to use kid supplies in a fine art sort of way, it's kind of a gamble. It can turn into a good thing or it can be chaos. And we like chaos here. What do you think the over-under is for disaster? I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about this one. But look at all the colors in it. This could be fun. I hope it is. We're gonna test to figure out. See, on this paper, I previously tested a multicolor pencil, and you can see that, oh no, this is not gonna go good. That multicolor pencil had a lot more pigment than this. We'll try it flat. Maybe something good will come. Nope. There's just not much pigment. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna give it a fair shot, okay? And that's not tea in that cup. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it's not tea, okay? My cup is full. Look, see, there's not a lot of pigment in this. Yeah. This is not going well. Great. I finally hit a kid supply that I can't really do fine art with. We're gonna figure this out, okay? Because this kind of looks like trash. Not all crayons are created equal, and maybe I should stick to Crayola. Because some of these alternate crayon brands are just not doing it for me. I did give it my best shot, and yeah, no, this is not gonna do it for me. Okay, so this multi-crayon, maybe you can give it to like a toddler and they can have fun with it, but you know, any child older than a toddler was probably not gonna have a good time with this. There's just not enough pigment and brightness and fun to it. But I'm gonna give it a shot. And I'm gonna do it with this, my most favoriteest of all, the brush pen, the Pentel brush pen. I use this thing constantly. And let me tell you, if you like really intense line work, give this brush pen a shot because you can get some super intense lines with it and also some very fine lines with it. The variation you can get with this thing is very, very intense and delightful. It's super good for a lot of things, especially when I need some help with these kid supplies. I'll do line work with this thing and then also use the kid supply. I do not consider it cheating, okay? This is my game. These are my rules. This is not cheating for my rules, my game, okay? Sometimes you just need reinforcement with these kid supplies. And a lot of these videos are mostly just to show you can do this with kids' supplies. You can do fine art and actual really cool looking stuff with super cheap supplies. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of a crutch. This line work, of course, is in the Smokies because I love the mountains and I love trees and I love being in the woods and the forests and all those kind of places on the earth I like being in and walking through and dreaming about and painting about and just all those sorts of things. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to color these in one tree by one. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, this is going to turn out into something that's passable because I could not think of another way to do this. I have warned y'all many, many times that it is a gamble to try to make fine art with kid supplies, and sometimes it's a bit more difficult than others. I think this would make a pretty good coloring book page, wouldn't it? Yeah, I kind of like this idea. But look at this. This is kind of turning into a fall day looking out at the mountains. You know how the trees turn different colors in the fall as the temperature drops and school starts up again and people start getting ready for winter. I know in a lot of places in the world you don't really have to worry about winter, but in a lot of places in the Midwest, you kind of do. You just have to prepare your things, specifically your vehicles. So if you need to get around for work and that kind of thing, you got to make sure that your vehicles can get around when there's ice and snow and inclement weather, because the Midwest does have a lot of inclement weather and unusual to other place things like lots of tornadoes and pretty severe storms and that kind of thing. And it's just one of the features of the Midwest. Probably because we don't have like sharks and stuff. I'm not a beach person. I do not like oceans. I do not like lakes and hot tubs and pools or any of that kind of stuff. I just stay away from water in general because I just don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I would much rather be in the woods or painting a picture. You know, those are kind of things that I would like much more than having a vacation in the beach. That's just not fun to me. Nope. Have I lived on the coast before? Yes. Did I like it? No. Don't want to do that again. Nope. You know the idea that you are connected to certain elements, you know, earth, wind, fire, that sort of thing? I think there's 4. I only said 3. whatever the 4 are. I am most definitely an earth person, you know, a woods person, somebody who likes to dig around in the dirt. Yep, definitely that kind of person. What element are you most connected to? Are you an earth person too? Or are you a water person or an air person? Fire, that's the other one. Oh my goodness. Are you a pyro? We all have different desires and goals, and the universe does that on purpose, you know. You gotta find your own way and fight your own battles and do the things that the universe asks of you. We all have different tests to take. Now look at this. I am going to cheat some more. It's not cheating, okay? I am going to do a solid color for the sky because clearly this multi-crayon is not going to work for sky. So I'm going to pick out some blues and probably like light whites kind of colors to do the sky portion to just offset the color values between that multi-crayon and, you know, the sky. This is how I'm going to do it to at least make this passable. I have to, okay? Look at what I'm working with, y'all. It's a dollar store crayon. Don't buy this jot crayon. Just don't do it, okay? I know it looks real tempting at the Dollar Tree if you see it, but just pass right on. You don't need this one, okay? All it's gonna do is give you heartache and disappointment, and you're gonna want to throw it in the trash like I do. This makes me hardcore miss my Caran expensive crayons, because this is just, so disappointing. That's part of the problem of switching back and forth between kids' crayons and like fully expensive artist grade quality stuff, because there is quality difference. There really, really is. And if you want to be a professional artist, it is worth it to invest in the very, very high grade, you know, light, fast rated supplies. You know, there is a reason to have those things and use those things. But when you're starting out, when you're learning, you can use the really cheap supplies. You can do that. That's totally okay. And I just want to make that very clear that you do not have to have the expensive stuff when you're starting out. But if you're thinking about selling your stuff, like selling your original pieces, you gotta have the artist grade stuff. You just have to. And that's why that kind of stuff is made. So here's what we ended up with. Thanks. I hate it. This is a trash crayon. Do not get this jot crayon. In fact, do not get jot crayons in particular at all. They are not worth the $1.25. Don't get this. It looks pretty, but that's all. Because there is no pigmentation in this thing. Because, I mean, even look at this. Look at the difference in the top versus the bottom. Thank you all for hanging out today anyway. Keep your cup full. Bye.